Stadium in New Jersey. It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. Now, losers their last time out. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. Leading them out, the man known as Danny Dimes, their second-year quarterback from Duke. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Levante David, the Bucs' leading tackler a season ago, in on the stop. From the 27, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
On first down, it's Freeman. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From just shy of midfield, Jones throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
He was covered by Antoine Winfield.
Now Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Jones and Shepard with a connection there for a Giants first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Back to the running game. It's Freeman. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
He was brought down by Levante David. 10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd and very short. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run on first down. Freeman, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Freeman on the handoff.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Jones fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Devin White gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
The score, Giants 3, Buccaneers 0.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Here come the Buccaneers, led by their new quarterback for 2020. Of course, you know the story by now. His 21st season, first in Tampa. It's Tom Brady.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, but I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Brady now on 1st down. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Three 0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Giants 3, Buccaneers 0.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Brady's pass complete to
Mike Evans with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Well, the ball goes back to the New York Giants, and obviously, Charles, not the way the Giants fans wanted to start this season, 0-5. It's not a silver lining, but they have been in quite a few of these games, including Week 5 at Dallas, losing 37-34. Yeah, I would say, though, if you look at the NFC East and how down it is, they're not out of it, right? I mean, they're only a couple of games out of first place at this point.
Yeah, you just mentioned before it wasn't a silver lining. That last part you just brought up, that is a silver lining. Just a couple of games back in the NFC East. So if anyone could ever get on a semi-hot streak and win 3 in a row, they could break this division wide open. And the Giants have to say to themselves, why not us? Now, here's a great opportunity to gain some ground coming up. 2 games within the division, host Washington, and then a Thursday night matchup in Philadelphia. Both of them out there for the taking if the Giants can put it together.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones, open target here, Darius Slayton. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 3-2 in their 3-game win streak snapped Thursday night in Chicago, Week 5, losing 20-19. And, of course, that was kind of billed as a rematch between Tom Brady and Nick Foles, opposing QBs in Super Bowl 52. And Brady had never lost on Thursday night in his career. He was 7-0 prior to that one. And, Charles, it really had a bizarre finish.
To put it mildly, there's Tampa Bay trying to make their final drive with a chance to win it. You expect Tom Brady to lead something really strong and give them that opportunity, and somehow he lost track of downs. Now, it happens to all of us, right? We're all human. We just don't expect it out of maybe the GOAT, right? So it does happen. He's showing the 4 fingers to the official like, isn't it 4th down? And they're like, no, that was 4th down. So a major surprise. Love how his head coach Bruce Arians jumped in and defended him. Tom Brady never really truly addressed it right after the game. Bottom line, though, this Tampa Bay team, they lost a tough one on the road, but they're still going to be a playoff contender. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Sean McCoy.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 26-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, where you see the final score there. 21-7, the final score. From there, let's get over to the Rockies to check out the Broncos at home in Denver. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. A field goal was the difference. 27-24, the final. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. 28-21, the final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been as tight as we expected, all tied through one half of play. For the call of the second half, let's get it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On play action, now Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete.
Brady.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10.
Whitehead on the tackle.
Give the tackle that time to Jordan Whitehead.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Lewis. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Throwing again, Jones. That's complete left side to Shepard.
Jones pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, it's Freeman. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Kevin White on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd and 9. Jones. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, Brady. And his throw here's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And it's 3rd down.
But from the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So they did not bring pressure, and turns out probably a bad idea.
Yeah, he had time to stand in the pocket and deliver a strike. So I'm wondering if they're going to note that, and next time just go ahead and bring that pressure.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Brady's throw there complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 24-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
First carry now for the backup, LaShawn McCoy.
Number 25, LaShawn.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. Succop's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
Buccaneers 13, Giants 10.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
So now Jones and the Giants down 13-10, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. On first down, Jones. That's complete to Slayton. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run covering 34 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a man open down the middle of the field. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He's got the first down inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. That's good. First down now, but that clock rolling. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Now all the focus shifts over to the Bucs. Trailing by 4. 53 ticks to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Brady to throw. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back
at their own 20-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Giants, it's a nice win to finish off